But we are so blessed to have Family Freedom Center for our Woven Basket recipient in December, and we're going to be learning about their amazing initiatives and what they've been up to for our forum topic today. So what I'll do is actually pass it to Kathy, who will intro it to Kim, and for all of our online attendees, thank you so much for joining us again as well, and we're in for a real treat today. Kathy, please.
Thank you. I would like for you all, my name is Kathy Peterson, and I'd like for you all to think about people like Amy Klobuchar. Before the election, I had occasion to be with her twice in 1 week, and I observed all that went on, the security guards or whatever they're called. Well, that kind of feeling is what I have when I'm driving Miss Kim around. Yes, yes. I know. I told you that the other day. Yeah, I feel like your security system. There's just one of me, but anyway, the reason we get together sometimes twice a month, and our purpose is to be a part of what's called, what is it?
Expanding Horizons.
Yes, thank you. Expanding Horizons. It's something that CHUM has been doing for some time. They invite students, individuals from a variety of places. Lake Superior College has a requirement that the nursing students attend one of these tours. It can last between 4 and 5 hours. They're normally given on a Tuesday. They start at Damiano and they walk to a whole bunch of places like the Steve O'Neill Apartments and just a whole variety of other places.
And Damiano.
Right, CHUM. They start at Damiano and then they end up at ACO. They used to meet as one of the spots during those 4 or 5 hours at the Clayton Jackson McGee Memorial site. Well, it's been learned recently through their studies that it's better to combine the CJMM presentation at ACO. So then now, instead of picking up Miss Kim and driving her to the actual site of the memorial, I bring her to ACO. And that's where she makes a presentation about the Clayton Jackson McGee Memorial, an organization that she is president of the board and is a wonderful representative of that organization. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce her, as I often do. I just want to let you know that there are such a great variety of folks who attend these tours. One of them this summer was from a farm community down in southern Minnesota, a whole bunch of teenagers, maybe about 20 or so, 24, and their chaperones. They were in Duluth for a few days, and it was a religious trip for them from their faith community, and they included this tour in their days here in Duluth for those young people to learn about. That was one of the most impressive. And right now, the law enforcement school out at the Fond du Lac College, they require the law enforcement officers during the last term of their studies to go on this tour as well. So it's really quite impressive. And we are grateful to CHUM for all the work they do in organizing that. But this is what I would normally say when it's time for Kim to present, if I'm not stuck somewhere trying to find a place to park. I will say that Kim, as I mentioned, is a representative of CJMM. It is a beautiful place to be. I think we have a couple of people who haven't been in Duluth for a while, well, including our minister and her wife. Yes, yeah, straight from Michigan. Everybody has that same accent. I like that. Yeah. It is a beautiful place for rehabilitation of the mind and soul and spirit, and Kim helps them feel as though they are actually at that place. So she is representing Family Freedom Center, which is another of our racial justice team liaison program partners. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce Kim, and we also have Jerry Williams with us today, who is someone I very much admire, particularly for her work in her documentary. I'm just going to forget the name again. Of course, no one knows. Anyway, if you have not seen that film, please, when you next hear about it, Jerry, it's going to be in February at ACO, is that right?
Yeah,
February 8th at ACO. It will be.
Say the name again for it,
Oh,
because I don't think that.
Just say Nelson Mandela.
oh, Nelson Mandela. Yeah, she has produced, directed, created, written everything, and it's really quite a wonderful experience to view her work. So thank you for being here with us today. And we also have Kim's granddaughter joining us this morning. Alicia, I think, did I pronounce it correctly? Okay, I got one thing. With pleasure, I would like to introduce Kim Green. Thanks, Kim.
I love this church. It's so inviting. Every time I come here, I see all the plants and I just feel like it's welcoming. One more thing I want to say about that tour they do is that it gives them a perspective of what homelessness is like in this city. So that's exactly what those tours are about. It's for these people, nurses, police, future police officers, it's important that they know what it's like to live homeless. Does anybody recognize that woman? Ah, don't y'all? That's Miss Portia Johnson, one of the founders of Family Freedom Center. I noticed yesterday as I was going through these slides that they don't have a picture of the original founder, who is Xavier Bell. And I think it's important because I believe a lot of people know him in the community. So I think it's important that they add his picture in this slide. Let me talk about some of the programs at Family Freedom Center, because they're down there killing it. We serve approximately 450 youths annually, providing free meals. I am the kitchen manager for Family Freedom Center, and yes, I'm gonna say it's more than that, but on average it's about 450 annually. They have like 5 different programs in the Family Freedom Center. There's things for like senior citizens or the elders in our community called Coffee and Conversations. That happens twice a week. And it's usually mostly people that are retired and stuff, but first of all, these are retired professionals. Some of them are retired teachers, some of them are retired biologists, all that, which is amazing that they come down to this nonprofit, unapologetically Black organization and give their input and their professional and their experience and educate us. That's an honor. There's a program down there that they have for children that's called START. It's an inclusive manufacturing and creative space for all youth and young adults. Thank you, Licia. She'll be doing that quite often. And they have another program called Freedom Startups. And these are people, and it's no discrimination. There's people in the BIPOC community, and there are Caucasian people that come down there and they're trying to start a business, and they come down there and get help and insight. Sometimes there's people down there to help them with grants. But since that program has started, there has been a lady that has been hired by St. Louis County to do BIPOC community kids in the foster care system to do their hair. And that was a big issue in the foster care system. We had all these nice Caucasian people that wanted to look out for these BIPOC children, but they didn't know how to do their hair.
Good job, Grandma.
Thank you, dear. And so now they have that, and there's another lady there that is just a place where people that have a vision and really want to pursue it, that really get it started. It's amazing to see that, watch them have this dream, and then all of a sudden it becomes a reality.
Good job. Good.
You like it?
Yeah, I want to try.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, after I'm done, you can try it. Family Freedom Center has a garden. It's right up there by the milk house on 10th and Central entrance. I don't know if you guys ever notice it. That's Family Freedom Garden. And every year, well, next year I'm gonna be taking what I need from the kitchen. But usually they pass it out to different organizations, and whatever they produce, they give it out. Next year they're gonna be giving it out to my kitchen. So I really participate in that, and I will continue to participate in that to make for sure that children in that community is eating healthy foods. Let me be real with you guys. The food banks, we love them. We love the food bank, okay? But they give away a lot of processed food. I don't want my people in my community, I'm tired, they already eat too much processed food. And then they have to be forced to eat it because that's all that's available. So I try to deter from that and make for sure when I cook every day that it's nutritional, healthy, and I like fresh produce and stuff. That we struggle with that because we rely on the food bank a lot. But my goal is to start really integrating with different organizations so that I can provide healthier. I want to get bananas and milk once in a while. I get milk, but it's yeah. Let me go on. Go ahead.
Is the milk?
The milk it's from the food bank. It's after 3 days, it's no good. You know what I mean? So if I don't use it within the 3 days, I'm screwed. If I can't get, I like to serve the kids salads. I can't get that stuff from the food bank, and if it is, I gotta use it that day and stuff. And if it's not in season, because the food bank relies on the time of year, what's in season. Like last month they had a lot of potatoes and onions because it was harvesting time.
Yeah. Really good.
Am I? I never took her to a presentation, and I might just start taking her to all of them. I got a little cheerleading section over here. Listen, these pictures that I'm showing you guys, these are pictures from different activities that have been going on at the center. Man, we got a fantastic group of people, that youth specialists that work with these kids, and these are like arts and crafts. Another thing that they do there?
Yeah.
Not only do they let the small kids do what they call them is merch-ups. And sometimes they have one specifically designed for kids. And I gotta move on because I forgot. Listen, that at the Family Freedom Center, they have a recording studio in there. There is people from all around the community, professional, non-professionals, kids, whatever, that can go in there and record music. They can't record no graphic or they can't record no bull crap. So they ain't there cussing and all that mess. This picture up here in the right middle, that's how they start the gardens for the garden up on 10th Street. They started right there. So pretty soon, tell me if you guys agree, like in end of January, I will start the seedlings for the garden. If you agree, say amen. All right. And oh my goodness, I forgot to tell you, this is why these girls that do hair, the one that does care for the county and the other one that does it for people in the community, there is a salon in there. Nice. Man, I'm telling you, I've never seen nothing like that. Listen, I am from Duluth, and this is something that I have never seen in the BIPOC community ever. And we've been waiting for this for a long time, and I'm sure that's why a lot of people have invested in this program, is because it's something that the BIPOC community has never had. There's times, now these merch ups that they have, there's people there that like refurbish shoes, like this guy right here. He takes old designer shoes, cleans them up, and they are selling. And he's making money off of that. And they say it's really a popular thing. All of these people here are small business owners that are trying to get developed in this community. All of them. There's the garden. And you know what they do? And they did use the kids. I didn't start till May, but next year I really want to get the kids involved in the garden, because people don't know, you guys may know, but a lot of people in poverty don't know that kids like to see something that they planted and then see the results of it growing and producing. And even I like it as a grown adult, don't you? Thank you. I need some help to get some healthy food and coffee to help keep these, especially coffee and conversations, because the people that come there, they're retired, educated people. And I don't want to give them muffins, and I don't want to give them cookies and stuff like that, because they don't need to be eating that. I shouldn't even be eating that. And I don't want them eating that, but I don't say anything. I don't say anything because at least it's something. Okay, guys. Listen, I'm telling you guys, you guys would not believe the people that Jacob reaches out to, that he really looks out for in the community. You know, sometimes somebody will need, like a $20 gift card, and he'll ask them to come down and volunteer. So it's never a give out. It's always reciprocated. You do something, you scratch at my back, I'll scratch your back, which I think is important. It gives you more of a self-worth for the community. Let me tell you guys about this. You know what else they do?
Yes.
What? Yeah, whatever. Listen, they, I can't believe her. They do a program down at Family Freedom Center called Youth Restorative Justice and Juvenile Diversion Program. Now, what that does is there is people at Family Freedom Center that go up to the range, and they work up there and they work down here, and they work with youths who have minor violations of the law. They're not felonies, but they have to go to court, and they need to see a judge, and they have to do some. It could be put on their record. However, if they go through this program, which is at Family Freedom Center, that's another program that we need help in, because you know what else? We believe that every program that we do it's an honor for us to feed them. It's a big thing, especially in the BIPOC community. The Native community, the African American community, just the BIPOC community, period, believes in feeding, and that's a way of how we engage with each other. So they take these kids, they do whatever, they do vision boards, they do work in the garden, whatever's needed for the center or whatever they need to do. Sometimes they go out there to Damiano in there too. They ain't just at Family Freedom Center. And then if they complete the course, the charge is wiped off their record. So they do that down there too. Is it tough? Yeah, because they're kids. They don't want to, it might be something like vaping in the bathroom, and they don't care about that. But they are completing this, and we're getting a lot of good results from that. It empowers youth to free from cycles of incarceration, and contributing positively to their communities. Do you guys know this lady? You know who that is? That's Vanny. These two recently passed. They were a big inspiration in this community. I'm gonna say they're one of the co-founders of this organization with Xavier Bell. Does anybody know him? Raise your hand. Okay. All right. They do a lot of programming down there. I think I need to be following a little bit more about how it's getting put out there in the community, and I will work on that. But these are pictures of when they started remodeling it. They have dance classes down there. The kids come down there and get a snack, and I feed them a dinner before they go home. These kids are not going home hungry. Believe me. Yeah, they ain't going home hungry, that's for sure. And I don't know, and you guys, go ahead.
Where is the place?
It's in the old Washington school. That's where we're at. I don't know, but there are people from this church that come and help me once a month, because we do a dinner once a month for the community. No matter adult, listen, I don't only feed kids. Anybody that comes through those doors that's hungry, we feed them. Once a month, we feed the community and celebrates an elder in the community who's contributed a lot to the neighborhood. That do contribute a lot to the neighborhood. And this is what I'm gonna say. And I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of people that come down there and help me are from this church. So they ain't here now, but
Showed up for Jan because she's online. She had foot surgery.
oh, yep, I'm telling you now, there's a lot of people. There's people that come from this church that come down there and help me, and I appreciate it so much, because I don't let them recruit my volunteers. I recruit my own volunteers. I cook the food, I plan the menu, I do all that. I'm a kitchen manager, and I know you guys know what that is. Okay, yes, I talked to you about all these different people in the community that are starting businesses. This is the dude that this is the dude that helps them start that. Is him, that's Cash. He's the one that helps them do that. Recently, the center got a new van, thank the Lord, because the other one was about, I think I was about to have Alicia get out there and push it. Huh, Alicia? That's a picture of all the children in the programming. If you guys don't know, this is Jacob Bell, right there. That's Jacob Bell. That's Xavier's son. He really wants to see, he's really making his dad's dream come true. I know there's a lot of people in the BIPOC community that appreciate Family Freedom Center being in that. in the heart of the neighborhood, because you know, we got Steve O'Neill's, that's up the street, we got the Damiano that's down the street, and listen, we collaborate with all those people, you know. They collaborate with me. I make donations from Clayton Jackson McGee. So it's not just one person, it's a collaboration of all of us in this area making a difference for people in the BIPOC, you know, in the community. It ain't just BIPOC. Is there any questions? Because what do you got a question about, Alicia?
I'm just gonna test this out. Does this work? Are we getting feedback? Yeah, a little feedback. Yeah, I'm turning it on. Sorry. All right, so what I'll do is I'll just shuttle this mic back and forth
Okay.
because we have online attendees too, so I want to make sure that they can hear.
Oh, I didn't know we had online attendees.
I know they're kind of hidden. Hello, everyone.
Hey, y'all.
Who would like to ask you a question here in this case first? Anyone? We haven't already had a chance to hear from you yet? All right, Beth, go for it.
I haven't had a chance to go down to the Friday dinners, but I think they're open to community.
It's open to everybody. I wish you guys would just come down and just see and engage and just get, you know, just sample what we do. You know, you don't gotta get, you know, load up on food, but you can come down there and see what we about, because it's very interesting.
Okay, and when, is there a regular Friday? Because I don't,
It's usually the last Friday of the month.
okay, but probably not because of the holidays.
I think the 20th is the last Friday of the, oh no, you're right, ma'am. It isn't the last Friday of the month. It's gonna be the 4th. Where's my camera? I mean, my phone.
Here we go. I'll just get back to you, Ms. Kim. And so for most months, though, it is the 4th Friday.
Correct.
All right, perfect. I see your hand too. And what I'll try to do is shuttle this back to Ms. Kim after the question so everyone can hear online too. So do you have a question?
And what, do you have a list of BIPOC businesses that can be, so that we can support and give back to the community in different ways? Is there an online listing or a way to look up BIPOC and minority-owned businesses?
That is a good question.
Thank you.
Guess what? I'm gonna get that up on the website, because that is a very good question. Because those people need to be on the website so you guys can, people in the community can support that. Thank you. Write that down, Kathy.
I got it.
Thank you. Yeah, she's a secretary.
How do you sign up to be a volunteer?
Ooh, that should be on the website. I'm pretty sure it is. I would say visit our website or either call the number on the website and say you would like to give I never really ask for more than 2 hours per day, because it's a lot. So just, if you can do 2 hours a day, I'm thrilled. And then it might just be to sit down and read a book. It ain't always work.
And one other thing I'm gonna do, we've started to do this with our woven baskets for forums, is if you aren't going to attend the service or you just wanna make sure to support Family Freedom Center now ahead of the actual service where we collect donations, I'll start passing this around for everyone. No pressure here right now if you were planning on there, but given that Family Freedom Center is our woven basket recipient for December, please make sure to give and give generously. Yes?
I think Kim is too modest about her role at the Family Freedom Center. She is really kind of the point person for so many of the programs that take place, but I think more important than that is she, as I've observed, she models for the kids who come in. They feel nurtured, they feel seen, and they feel nurtured. And as the kitchen manager, first of all, she lets them know they need to respect her space. So there's that. Provides structure when the kids come in. And I also want to say I attend the Coffee and Conversations, which is for elders in the community on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 12. And believe me, this is better than the internet. We're not just sitting around, reminiscing about the good old days. People are involved in different programs. You can find different things to do, and from the school system, which is a big topic when we meet, as well as all kinds of other events and issues. So I just really feel that this is a key organization in our community, and it's alive and growing and contributing all the time to Duluth, and I'm just happy to be associated with it. I'm proud to know Kim.
That's so well put. Were you gonna say anything in response, Kim? Was that?
Was, but I forgot. Dog it.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, I came in late and I'm a retired teacher. I taught mainly in California and Northern California, but I have in junior college, but I also taught K-12 English. And so I was just wondering, are there students working toward their GED? Are these older students, or do you mainly have elementary school students?
Usually they're not over 16. Oh, I'm sorry. They're usually not over 16. You want to know, this is what I remembered. Jerry is right. We talk about current events, especially current events in Duluth. So it isn't, she's right. We don't just talk, we talk about the school issues. There's a school board member that comes every session. Henry Banks, he comes to Coffee and Conversations twice a week and gives us all the updates of what's going on in the school district. He tells us what he needs help with, if he needs some support or backup. So yeah, that's why I really emphasized on that Coffee and Conversation, because I don't even have to be there, and I get up in the morning and go there to, engage with these people because it's always informative, it's welcoming. I just need to get rid of them doggone muffins and donuts and stuff. I need my people to be eating more healthy. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's see who else online here has a question. I'm just gonna hover over here. We don't have any online attendees typed in here yet for chat questions. Who else, do we have any other questions? Yes.
With the holiday season coming or present, is there any special bazaar or activity events that might be going on for people who might be shopping?
Good question. Or any big events, like I know Pez likes to be Santa some years.
Right, yes, that's what the December 20th is gonna be their Christmas celebration for the kids there. So I don't know about parents, but if you guys wanna ask me about something you can donate as far as food wise or something, or volunteer as far as helping me, that would be great. What are you doing, these young?
Actually got a cough drop.
One way that Kim and I have begun to know each other so well is the fact that as a member of the racial justice team, or the social justice team, whatever you want to call us now, we do have several different partners with whom we work during the year. And CJMM, which I spoke of earlier, is one of them. Family Freedom Center is one. Jan McGree, who may be online this morning, has helped with numerous events there. One of them is to do with sewing machines, and so she's been very
Generous.
generous. That's
Yes.
the word I was looking for. Thank you.
What's her name again?
Jan McGree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She comes helps me too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say, Jan is really good at being someone who tries to contact others to join for those Family Freedom Fun Fridays, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Normally the 4th, but this month it's going to be the 20th, as we say, the 3rd Friday. So anyway, my point is that if you got in touch with the social justice team, and that could be me or Jane Gilly or Meredith Cornett or Therese Presley, if you got in
I know
touch
those
with us-
people.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not always her driver. There are other people who tote her around. But we are very interested in adding people to our liaison program so that you would have more information. So please don't hesitate to get in touch. Today, Kim, in case you haven't been told, the money that we collect today and for the rest of December is going to go to the Family Freedom Center.
Wow.
Because we
Let
have
me
a
call them
small-
right quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that will be what we call the woven basket.
Mm-hmm.
And she's coming to service today, so is Jerry. And there's Jane Gilly, she's another person with social justice who might be a good contact for you. But if you feel the need to create a stronger relationship with Family Freedom Center as a person who works there or someone who wishes to donate, especially this time of the year, then you can figure out how to get in touch with me, or you can come directly to me and I'll let you know. And then Kim, I think, has often used Jan McGree as her Friday kitchen person, as I think I mentioned, but I can do that as well.
Yeah. I don't know people a lot by names. I really know them by face. Listen, let me tell you guys what I'd like to start down here. Is a book club. It wouldn't have to be every week, but maybe once or twice a month. I would love that because I never have time to read. But if I was already down there cooking my butt off in the kitchen and took a break and did some kind of book club thing, I would love that. You know what else? I would love for somebody to come down there that could help me do some sewing. Cause she does donate it. She's donated a lot of the sewing machines, but I've never asked her, does she have time to come down? But I don't think she does. But I'm not positive. I'm gonna check back with her. But I would love for her to come down there and show those kids how to make a middle-sized quilt. That's how I learned how to sew, was making a quilt. And it's so easy. Thanks guys for coming.
Thank you, Kim. Let's give a huge round of applause. I know if anyone has any questions after our time, we'll formally kind of end it here, but I know Kim will be available if anyone wants to come up. And then next week, come on back for our last forum of 2024. We're going to hear about an amazing local resident who paddled the Mississippi. So you'll hear an adventure from the headwaters down in New Orleans. Thank you all for being here and giving generously again at Family Freedom Center, and have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, everyone.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Good to see you, Jan.